Hello and welcome to Metagame Monday-ish episode. I think I'm gonna call this a half episode because I'm not gonna go over the counteractions nor the team archetypes, but I'm gonna go over the team I'm gonna show you right here, and it's pretty cool team. So let's get straight up into it. So basically, first off, we got Rillaboom and Incineroar Urshifu combo, which should be on every single competitive team in this metagame. This Urshifu could be Dark type Urshifu since the team got some problems against Calyrex Shadow Rider. But the water typing on Urshifu still fits into the Grass Fire Water core perfectly of Rillaboom and Incineroar. So I'm gonna probably recommend you keeping the water type Urshifu in there. But keep in mind that water type Urshifu is a double-edged sword, even on a Grass Fire Water core, since it'll makes you a little bit more weak to Rillaboom. But if you would run the Dark type Urshifu, you would be weak to opponents water type Urshifu a little bit more. It's still uncharted territory of this metagame, but I myself would probably run the water type Urshifu just to finish the Grass Fire Water combo. Other than that, Urshifu set is pretty standard. I've seen some Urshifus carry Choice Band, since it allows them to counteract or go more well with the fake out, double fake out combo. Or it is kind of worse. So basically, here's the deal. If you got Focus Sash, what usually you're going to do with this Urshifu is you start with Fake Out Mon, you Fake Out and double up the Pokemon with Surging Strikes. So if they attack, they're still going to get hit by Surging Strikes, and if they're going to protect, they're still going to get hit by Surging Strikes. The advantage is they are never going to get attack off. That is good. And after that happens, you switch out your Rillaboom or Incineroar into Rillaboom or Incineroar, and you protect Urshifu. Next turn, you go for Fake Out and double up the slot again. Pretty easy. This way, you can probably remove stuff like Xerneas very easily. Even with stuff like Urshifu and Incineroar and Rapid Strikes Urshifu, as upset as it sounds. But it's true, you can remove Xerneas like that. If it's not too bulky, that is. But yeah, that's the combo. If you got Choice Band, you are hitting much harder turn 1. But the combo kind of falls off, the efficiency falls off immediately after turn 2. Because you cannot protect from the attacks. And yeah, you get the idea what I'm trying to say here, right? You can protect and you're going to be open for attack, so stuff like Grassy Glide may just simply one-shot you and you got nothing to do up against that. So yeah, that's the combo. That's usually the philosophy behind Urshifu-Rapid-Strike's Rillaboom and Incineroar combo. Other than that, the Rillaboom runs protect, so it can take advantage of the fake out from Incineroar as well. So for example, we can switch out the Urshifu-Rapid-Strikes and switch it to Incineroar and protect Rillaboom, and then go for Fake Out and attack with Rillaboom, and it still goes within the spirit of the combo I just explained. So I like Miracle Seed as well because it allows you to hit Kyogre a lot harder. Other than that, the EV spread is pretty simple. Usually for efficiency's sake, you just want to run the lower stat should be half of the HP, lower defensive stat, so it's for maximum mathematic efficiency. Also, you got here mathematic efficiency. You got two extra points in attack stat for only 8 IVs, and you're running 113 speed to try to outspeed as many Rillabooms, and the rest of it is put into the defense. Now Incineroar is running max defense spread, so it takes Surging Strikes better. That's basically the only reason. Usually if you're fearing Xerneas, you can run the old reliable set of Incineroar from 2019. This one, this Incineroar's EV spread takes 2 Moon Blasts from Xerneas and plus 2 Mini Blast as well from Xerneas, so yeah, that's that. But I like to run a lot more, I like to run defensive Incineroar spread a little bit more. We're gonna see if the specially defensive Incineroar doesn't have secondary usage as well against stuff like Sheer Force Liners. I'm gonna show you later in this video. So far I'm running the defensive spread, but keep in mind the effectiveness of this set might change drastically in upcoming days. Other than that, I run Darkest Lariat, so I get extra counteraction against the Calyrex Shadow Rider. Also, Calyrex Shadow Rider can no longer counteract Incineroar without a Dynamax, since it can only Mud Shot, and Astral Barrage and Expanding Force are both resisted or immune, so that's pretty cool. Other than that, the set is pretty standard. Fake Out, Parting Shot for pivoting, Flare Blitz for completing the Grass Fire Water core coverage. Now, for the secondary main mode of the team, we got Black Sludge, Eternatus, which combos really well with the Grassy Surge from Rillaboom. because it got, basically in combo with that, you get 12% of the health back every single turn. As long as there is grassy terrain on the field, and that's great. That combos greatly with Cosmic Power and Recover. Basically, the idea of this Eternatus is to just wall out everything in late game with Cosmic Power plus Recover, and we're gonna just Sludge Bomb them slowly and effectively, maybe poison them, and if they're steel type, you just Flamethrower them. Other than that, EV spread is again kind of like about effectiveness. You outspeed Nihilego, Landorus, Xerneas, Urshifu with this speed investment, that's pretty important. You get 2 extra points in special attack, and the rest of it is put into the defense. Again, defense plus special defense is pretty much HP, so that's mathematically effective as well. Oh yeah, by the way, pressure is really good to still add stuff like Wicked Blow from Urshifu, so don't fear to recover spam if there is Urshifu. As long as they run out of Wicked Blows, you can just stall them out pretty easily. Now, Ditto is another very important Pokemon on this team because it allows you to beat Xerneas and Calyrex as well, and Zacian. Basically, you transform into them, you outspeed them and just one-shot them back. As long as you got a little bit chip on Zacian, like from Grassy Glide, you simply one-shot it back with its own Behemoth Blade. You also counteract Xerneas because you're faster, and you take +2 with Blast back because you're also gonna copy the boosts. And Astral Barrage just goes their Calyrex easily. That's it, that's the Ditto's idea. Also, it can copy stuff like Kyogre, which I think is cool. Water spouting is always cool, so yeah, that's that. And Landorus Incarnate form is kind of the counteraction to other Eternatus, I'd say. Life Orb, Sheer Force cancel. So basically, Sheer Force gives you 1/3 boost to moves with secondary effect, and it nullifies the effects. So that combos really well with Earth Power and Sludge Bomb because they got like poison chance and small special defense drop chance. Also with Life Orb, you just get. Also, you remove the Life Orb recall for some reason. That's weird side effect of this ability. Life Orb is really powerful, and it just really hits hard. That's it. That's, I think, the idea. So you probably KO Rillaboom if that's not Assault Vested with Sludge Bomb. Earth Power does massive damage to Urshifu, Incineroar, and Eternatus. You need the Landorus to counteract opponent's Eternatus as well. Otherwise, you would be in a massive disadvantage in the mirror matchup. So yeah, that's that. Yeah, and that's the team basically. Now for some tips what to do against the other matchups. So basically, against Tornadus Kyogre, you just want to run Rillaboom plus Eternatus and start Cosmic Powering and fearing out the opponent's Kyogre with Grassy Glides. That's it, that's the game plan. And you can fake out the Tornadus to slow down the Tailwind, like the setup of a Tailwind as well, so that's pretty cool. Against Zacian, you just want to annoy them with Landorus plus double Fake Out. You can also go the Zacian pretty easily with Fake Out, Surging Strikes, plus Protect, switch out into second Fake Out, Surging Strikes, and you should just be able to KO Zacian as easily as that. And you can of course copy the Zacian with Ditto as the last resort. Against the Calyrex Shadow Rider, you want to use Incineroar plus Ditto. Ditto to just copy them in late game. And Incineroar is a pretty good counteraction if you got Helmet. You can just Darkest Lariat them to Oblivion. So yeah, that's the counteraction for Calyrex Shadow Rider. Xerneas, you want to probably copy them. That's your best bet. Eternatus plus Fake Out is probably your best bet actually as a lead. As you can do massive damage to the Xerneas and put them in the Dazzling Gleam range from their own Xerneas after we're gonna copy them from Ditto, Choice Scarf, and Poster. So that's the idea. And you can Cosmic Power as well at multiple stages of the game, so yeah. And you outspeed Xerneas, by the way, and you do massive damage to them with Sludge Bomb. Keep that in mind, so yeah. You outspeed them, that's the important part. And then copy them with Ditto and probably Reverse Sweep. That's my advice against Xerneas. So yeah, that's that. Anything else I want to say? I don't think so. So yeah, this is going to be a little bit shorter episode. I'm going to probably be back to normal Metagame Monday next week with a complete bit matchups section and checks and counteractions. Also, counteractions to this are probably the best counteraction to this is of course Landorus, as it counteracts the Eternatus pretty hard. Eternatus can't even hit it very well, other than with Flamethrower. So I think it's pretty good counteraction. And other than that, Urshifu, Rillaboom, Incineroar combo is pretty hard to counteract. I'm not sure what counteraction to this is yet. I think not a lot of people have figured it out, so maybe we're gonna figure it out by next week, alright? It's still early in the metagame, so with that, I'm gonna probably end this episode. Hopefully learn something new. This is a very cool team, and I'll catch you next Metagame Monday. See ya.